Let's imagine you're staring at a screen full of pure, chaotic TV static. You know, that random visual noise that just kind of makes your eyes blur? Now imagine watching that static slowly, methodically shift and organize itself until a breathtaking, highly detailed painting emerges right before your eyes. I mean, it sounds like a magic trick, right? But it's actually a highly sophisticated mathematical process. Today we're exploring the ultimate chaos-to-order story in tech. Welcome to The Explainer. If you're a focused learner looking to truly grasp the mechanics behind the modern AI revolution, well, you're in exactly the right place. Our goal today is to completely demystify the engine powering today's most astonishing generative AI systems. We're going to look under the hood of diffusion models and see exactly how they tick.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap. First, we'll demystify what diffusion actually is. Then we'll break down how DDPMs actually work. After that, we'll unpack the Stable Diffusion breakthrough, look at some real-world AI applications, and finally, explore the future of AI generation.
So, Part 1, Demystifying Diffusion Models. Let's get grounded in how this actually works.
Right, so a diffusion model is a specific class of generative AI. And at its core, it learns to create data by gradually transforming random noise into meaningful structure. To really wrap our heads around this, think about physics. If you drop a single drop of dark ink into a glass of clear water, those ink particles naturally diffuse, right? They spread out until the water is just this chaotic uniform mess. That's physical diffusion. Well, these AI models are inspired by that exact physical spread, but they pull off a pretty remarkable trick. They learn to run that process in reverse.
And this brilliantly illustrates how the AI achieves that trick in two distinct phases. Step 1 is the forward process. The model takes a perfectly clear image and gradually adds noise to it, just step by step degrading it until the image is totally destroyed, leaving nothing but pure random static. Then we hit Step 2, the reverse process. And this is where the actual learning happens. The model is trained to denoise and reconstruct that original image step by step. It basically learns how to turn noise back into structured data.
Moving on to Part 2, how DDPMs actually work. Let's look at the math foundation.
To really understand DDPMs, which stands for Denoising Diffusion Probabilistic Models, by the way, we have to look closely at their forward process. You start with a pristine, real image. Then, over multiple iterative steps, the model adds what's known as Gaussian noise. Honestly, that's just math speak for random static fuzz. It does this over and over, degrading the image fraction by fraction until it hits the final step where the image is nothing but pure, unrecognizable noise. Conceptually, it's like perfectly dissolving a picture into complete static.
But here is where the absolute magic happens with the DDPM training objective. A lot of folks assume the AI is just trying to memorize and redraw the original picture, but actually, scratch that. It's not doing that at all. Instead of trying to reconstruct the image directly, the model learns the exact noise distribution. It learns precisely what pattern of noise was added at every single tiny step, so it can iteratively predict and subtract that specific noise pattern. And by perfectly removing the noise layer by layer, the pristine image just naturally reveals itself.
Now, this DDPM approach absolutely revolutionized things and brought some major pros. It boasts highly stable training, especially compared to older models like GANs. It produces incredibly high-quality outputs, and it relies on a very strong theoretical foundation. But there's a catch. It has one glaring limitation. Because it has to step backward through that noise iteration by iteration, generation is incredibly slow. It just took way too much computing power and time. So the industry needed a massive leap forward.
Which brings us to Part 3, the Stable Diffusion breakthrough, the big aha moment.
Now, what's really interesting here is the difference between pixel space and latent space. See, older DDPMs operated in pixel space. They tried to process full, massive images directly. It was incredibly heavy, notoriously slow, and super memory intensive. Stable Diffusion completely changed the game by moving the whole process into latent space. Think of it like zipping a huge computer file. Instead of working with heavy pixels, images are compressed down into a dense, mathematical representation. The entire diffusion process, all that adding and removing of noise, happens in this highly compressed space. This makes it remarkably fast, insanely efficient, and requires way less memory. Because of this massive data compression into latent space, the benefits of Stable Diffusion were immediate and honestly world-changing. Computation became vastly faster with drastically lower memory usage. Suddenly, you could achieve high-resolution generation without needing some multi-million-dollar supercomputer. And the absolute biggest benefit? It was now capable of running on standard consumer GPUs. Literally, anyone with a decent graphics card at home could just boot it up and start generating high-resolution art. It was a total game changer. But to actually control what gets generated in that latent space, Stable Diffusion relies on text-to-image generation. It uses text embeddings to act kind of like a steering wheel. By inputting a prompt, say a futuristic city at sunset, that text embedding guides the denoising process in the latent space, steering it to yield a visual output that perfectly matches your description.
Let's shift gears to part 4, real-world AI applications. How is this actually being used today?
Well, one of the most fascinating applications is image in painting. Basically, this is the process of filling in missing or corrupted parts of an image. Because the diffusion model deeply understands the context of the pixels surrounding a blank space, it can generate highly realistic content to fill the void. Think of it as a magical restorer. You can seamlessly remove unwanted objects from a picture, or even beautifully restore heavily damaged, torn family photos. You just let the AI intelligently predict what should be in those corrupted spots.
Another absolutely vital application is super resolution. You know that ridiculous enhance trope from old cop shows? Zoom in and enhance? Well, diffusion models actually make that a reality. Traditionally, if you tried to zoom in and upscale a low-quality image, the software just stretched the existing pixels, giving you a blurry, pixelated mess. Diffusion models offer a completely different solution. They actually generate entirely new, realistic details to fill out the higher resolution, perfectly preserving sharpness. And this isn't just for making your vacation photos look better. This is a high-stakes tool being used to enhance critical medical imaging and clarify satellite imagery.
Then, of course, we have face generation. Diffusion models can synthesize highly realistic human faces of people who literally do not exist. But what makes this application so incredibly powerful is the precise control it offers over attributes like age, lighting, and expression. Compared to older GAN models, Diffusion produces remarkably high diversity with way fewer visual artifacts or weird distortions. This level of superior realism is rapidly changing workflows in entertainment, gaming, and the creation of virtual avatars.
And finally, part 5, the future of AI generation. Where is all of this heading? So, the crucial point is understanding why diffusion absolutely dominates the landscape right now. Well, it offers a far more stable training process than older GAN technology. It provides a superior diversity of generated outputs, ensuring you don't just get the exact same looking image over and over again. It consistently delivers the highest quality image synthesis currently available anywhere. Plus, it features incredibly flexible conditioning, meaning you can easily guide it using text prompts, base images, or selective masks. It has entirely dethroned older tech to become the new industry standard.
And the crazy thing is, the field is evolving at a truly explosive pace. We're already seeing advanced new sampling methods, essentially these brilliant shortcut algorithms that drastically cut down generation time. We're seeing multimodal diffusion, blending text, image, and video all simultaneously. This is pushing directly into seamless video generation and even the creation of full 3D objects. On top of that, these visual engines are being deeply integrated with large language models. This allows complex AI systems to both converse intelligently and generate corresponding visual worlds entirely on the fly. It is wild.
Which leaves us with a final thought for today's explainer. Now that you understand the incredibly complex mathematical engine turning absolute chaos into beautiful, structured art, what will you create? The tools are literally in your hands. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into diffusion models. As a quick reminder, this content is AI generated for educational and knowledge-building purposes, so always be sure to verify your facts from reliable sources. Keep exploring, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next explainer.